Hello there, YouTube. We are back with the crew. We made it on a successful trip down to Orlando. We just got back from Nats, which was a wonderful experience. We had a ton of fun. And this is our sort of way of just recapping everything. We're going to talk about what our experiences were like, what we liked about the fest, what maybe we thought could have been done better, and just everything in between, because there's a lot to kind of unpack and just talk about. It was quite an eventful weekend. I had the honor of participating in that itself, and I know the other guys, you guys did some side events, you guys wandered the con and had a lot of the fest experience itself, which I didn't get a whole lot of, so that'll be really nice to talk about as well. And before we kind of hop into the actual meat of the content itself, I did want to take some time to just thank everybody who came up to us, and we'll touch upon this more later on in the video as well, but it truly was just super humbling, I think, for all of us to just have everybody come up to us, say hi, talk to us about our videos, and compliment us on the job that we've done, and kind of show us how thankful that they were for us, even though really we're super thankful for everybody out there, and all of you guys who are watching our videos and showing us the support. So like I said, thank you doesn't do enough for all of you guys, and we really appreciate all of that. So everybody that we met, talked to, thank you. It was great meeting you all, and we hope to keep meeting more of you as we try to attend more of these events. But that being said, why don't we kind of let's start off with just sort of the event itself, just general talking points. What did you guys really enjoy about it? What were some of your favorite parts of it? What did you guys enjoy about the weekend itself?
I was only there Saturday because I was dead Sunday. But overall, I think that the floor layout was really good. I think they had it set up really well. Each area had its own thing. Everything kind of was represented pretty well, except for maybe BSS, but BSS is not exactly in the best stuff spots. But anyways, everything else had UA had we had all the UA booth stuff with all the different Bandai IPs that they can make merch for. We had Digimon actually had a huge area as well. One Piece had their obviously huge area. The whole main floor was just set up really well. It was very spacious. It was nice. It never felt cramped or cluttered, which was good. Because I know some con spaces, sometimes it feels like they try to pack too much into not a big enough space, and that's tough. But otherwise, I think it was I think it was solid.
There's plenty of space to move around. The displays are really cool. It was nice that you could interact with them and do the scavenger hunt. And then doing the scavenger hunt would get you stuff for all the different card games. I think that was handled pretty well.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, the photo op section was also pretty cool.
Yeah, the photo ops are nice. The main stage was also really cool. It was a big stage that everybody could walk up to and go see different the different finals Sunday, and the showcase matches that they had on Saturday. That was really neat.
Yeah. In regard to the stage, from day zero, everyone was already saying if they worked the floor, the main stage had a great job of just attracting attention just from the way it looked.
Venue looks great. Oh my god, I wasn't allowed to take pictures, which it makes sense. I wasn't going to anyway. But oh my god, the venue looks so good. So
yeah. I know Jarrell said that for sure. The second we saw him, he's yo, the main stage looks great this year.
The main stage was cool.
Yeah, the second we walked into the venue, it was set up very properly and very professionally. It looked so good. Camera work was amazing. As far as
the Gundam base too.
The Gundam base looked good. But Bandai always kills Gundam base. That's one of their main shit. So
yeah,
that's always cool. What was it? Yeah, and with the con size, I know they already said the size of the venue was bigger for them, and it was honestly set up perfectly. The whole room was divided. Play area was all by itself, the stage, and then everything in the center.
As someone who's had sort of the opportunity to compete in successive Nats and see the competition, the layout grow, Year 2 of the game was the first actual in-person nationals, and that was literally just a convention hall that they booked for us with a flat the typical Digimon poster, right? And that was it. That's all we had. We just had one room with tables, a vendor, and that was it. And to see the progression of where we are now, I think is really, really cool. I know there's been like, you know, some just like there's always pros and cons, right? Like there's always things that could go better, or things that could have been done better. And I do give credit to where credit is due. I think Bandai has learned and listened to some of its base, you know. Like I said, there's still some aspects that could have been done better, but it's really great to see that this has evolved into something that is not just like for the players as well. Like it's become something that everybody can go to and enjoy, learn more about the community, learn more about the game, participate in things that they're interested in. And I do think it could be a very good avenue for people who are also like just looking to get into the community, right? Like this isn't just like a Nats player only thing. Like this is something that your casual player could go to, learn more about like different games, learn more about different Bandai IPs. And I think if they keep improving on this, I think this could be a really, really good experience, not just for the playing community, but also just like to spread that, you know, spread that knowledge, spread that love of each IP and keep it going. I think they're doing a really, really good job with that.
For sure, yeah. I watched a vlog earlier today, actually, of another person that came only for the Gundam base. And they had really positive remarks as well. Like they said, it was set up very professionally. Everyone they interacted was very nice. And not to mention the fact that them being there just for Gundam and then seeing everything else made them interested in card games as well, especially the Gundam card game coming.
Yeah, like Rio said, I was literally telling everyone that main stage was fire. Easily the favorite part was all the screens with the different cards.
Yeah, that was the coolest.
That was easily the best part of it. Yeah. I didn't get to check out the Gundam base because I was busy judging all weekend. So yeah, I don't know. Everyone walking around with the Gundam bags, and I was like, man, I want one of those. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really get to check out too much of the exhibition area. Just because I was stuck in the player area all weekend. Like whatever bits and pieces I saw during setup and teardown.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, as far as that goes, I don't really have too much else.
Yeah, I mean, I think just to add on to the player area too, like I feel like my competitive experience was a lot better like each year. Last year, as some of you probably know who are watching this, like it was pretty just disorganized, right? Like there was like a very big play area with like a lot of people moving around, a lot of different moving parts. We had a lot of technical issues with like the TCG Plus app and like I think Best Coast pairings and like the, you know, sort of confusion there, along with like the 2-round buy issue. So, and I think just consolidating that, sort of like you, I think, alluded to, RB, right, where like they kind of walled off the competitive like side of things and like the main tournament, I thought definitely made things a lot smoother in terms of like in between rounds, moving around and not getting kind of lost in the crowd of like, you know, One Piece players, spectators, you know, different other IPs. You're kind of were like just consolidated into one spot. And I do like that they had more feature matches too. You know, I remember them calling out matches, being like, hey, like table 32, like come over here. And then they brought you onto the main stage. And I think that's really cool because I think, you know, last year they had only featured matchups for like Top Cut. And even then it was like very few matches of Top Cut actually made it to like the stream. The fact that we were able to get people on cam just to have different matchups on. I think there was like a Galacticmon deck up on, you know, one of the feature matchups. We had Moment on cam, who eventually got second. We had like the purple hybrid Apocalypse build on cam. So I think huge shout out to all the judges, Ludion, Robo Sushi, all of them who've like really like kind of compiled all that and really like helped pick out really cool decks for people to see, right? Because that's also part of like the showcase aspect of like getting the different decks of the meta highlighted so that there's, you know, varying interests, right? It's not like we're seeing Mirage or Purple Hybrid day in and day out, which I thought was super nice.
Speaking of judges, shout out to my homeboy Kevin, helped me when I was in line for 2 hours.
It's crazy. I don't know if you can see him, but TJ is right there, and we've been in line. Well, now he's been in line for almost an hour, just waiting to get to register for the side event or like check in. Wild.
Yeah.
That's the other part of it too. Is a lot of it is like, yes, part of it is Bandai, but also a lot of it is Play TCG, which like a good chunk of this stuff that you're pointing out, like, with like the competitor area being all gated off and everything, that was like that when we had the Card Fest in Dallas. So like going from Nats last year to Dallas to now, like they've been improving in a lot of the event organization space. Obviously there's still some hiccups which you guys will go over later, but no, play's been doing a lot, and they've definitely been improving over time. So
everything I've heard from the competitors was that it went really smoothly.
I mean, everything's a learning experience, and the fact that Play TCG listens somewhat and like is developing better experiences is always good.
Yeah.
Which, on that note, I mean, we've kind of touched upon it already, but I mean, like, huge shout out to everybody who judged, not just for Digimon, not just for UA, but like every TO, all the people who were kind of behind the scenes and putting this together, because like Jarrell said, I mean, this doesn't happen without those people there. You know, Bandai, Play TCG, like huge shout out to everybody involved there for sure.
it was good seeing Alex from Carta Magica taking the reins for Digi again, because he also did Dallas. He's awesome to work with.
Yeah, and everyone we met was nice. Every judge we experienced, whether it was Digimon or not, everyone we had a chance to chat with was all very calm and cool and good people. So again, thank you everybody that we saw.
And then like I won't go too much into the competitive stuff or like the meta stuff, because there's been a ton of videos already out by the time this video goes live. If you haven't checked out like Risu's breakdown, a couple other content creators have also put up videos breaking down the meta. Antics put out the first place deck profile. Demon Lords ended up taking it, which I thought was super cool. The finals was like one hell of a match. Like shout out to Bowman and shout out to Onion. That was one hell of a match. I will say that.
You need to watch that match. It is very
It was a very skill intensive game.
Like a skill intensive kind of honestly like a masterclass on how to play kind of both of those decks. Because
like, I remember having that same feeling watching like Bryce and Pete play last year, where it was just like, I've got so much work to do. Like it lit a fire under me of like, man, like I've still got a long way to go in terms of getting to that level of like skill expression.
Yeah, I think if I had any notes, it'd be a bit better if maybe Demon Lords wasn't there.
This is just from
haters going hate. Haters going hate. That's all it is.
No, don't worry about him. He's just
kidding,
experienced too much trauma.
I've had so much Demon Lords trauma, bro. No, it's well.
Don't worry, we'll put a Guidomon away. Don't worry.
Oh, Guidomon.
Yeah.
No, wait, guys, we weren't there for Digimon. It was Pokemon.
Oh yeah, true. Pokemon.
It was
Pokemon,
those were the top 3 Pokemon players, bro.
I have a picture of the top 3 players' faces.
Their faces when the announcer said for
so
Pokemon.
You just see all of them look at each other.
The one dude in the crowd with the tightest laugh going, ah ha ha ha.
Y'all, here are your top 3 championship winners for Pokemon.
Man.
No, but it was probably one of the like most high level like almost like tournaments I've been a part of, which was super cool.
Yeah.
All my losses ended up being players in top 32, which actually made me feel a little bit better about how I did that day. And the meta was actually like pretty diverse. Talking to other people, like I ended up playing a ton of the mirror and a ton of red hybrid. But like talking to other people who did play, like a lot of players like maybe faced one repeat match and everything else was a unique matchup, which I thought was super neat. Top 4 were decks that we honestly, talking about it leading up to Nats and going into the meta, we were like, yeah, they'll be there, but they probably won't really do a whole lot. And here we see top 4 Demon Lords, Leviamon, Purple Hybrid.
It was all purple.
Yeah, all purple, but at least all different decks.
Here's the thing, like it's different decks under one color, but like sometimes the decks don't really share the same cards, like Purple Hybrid, Demon Lords, Levia. I mean, obviously Levia, Demon Lords share the same deck, but not like share same.
Yeah,
Some of
I
the same
mean,
cards,
Similar
but-
cards, but
Yeah, RB and I were talking on the plane on the way back, and we are like, "You think?" He asked me, "Do you think we're gonna hit purple?" And it's like the only cards they actually share all at the same time is Calling, and Calling's already hit to 1. So what are they really gonna do with this case?
Yeah,
it comes down to the mechanic of being able to utilize trash.
as a resource.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
you
what-
having
what is the
having
different setter.
having a secondary hand is
Yeah.
is a little rough, but
You're not cut off from that zone like other decks are, which is just it's how it goes. It's how it be.
Yeah. So I definitely had a ton of fun playing. I think the competition itself was run, like I said, super smooth. So shout out again to Play TCG for putting together a phenomenal tournament. Shout out to everybody that I played against. And shout out to Mox Valley Games. I had a great conversation with the owner. He was, I believe, my round 7 opponent. So if you're watching this, huge shout out to you. Had a great match and had a ton of fun talking to you. And had a lot of insightful stuff to kind of point out, just about the game in general, right? And where it's going, how we could maybe increase outreach to players and get people into the game, because I think that's been a concern amongst some people in the community, right? Where Digimon sort of hit a plateau where it's compared to other games like One Piece, Union, now Gundam's coming in. There's always that sort of what is it? What's the best word for it? I don't want to call it
There's
fear.
fear.
Yeah, I guess fear is a good word for
it's
it.
fear.
Yeah.
It's fear
Yeah.
of the game dying, but I don't think the game's going anywhere.
No.
I think it's fine.
We talked a lot about the good things and the good experiences that we had. Anything that you felt could have been better? Anything you guys feel that'd be yeah, that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, or kind of oh god, TJ, that face. You're up first, brother. Let it out.
man
Cathartic
waited in
relief.
line for 2 hours.
Side events.
Yeah, I think a lot of people.
They had one person for each card game working as the sign-up thing, which is fine for games like BSS and Dragon Ball that are a bit more lower pop. For some reason, games like UA, it worked for UA as well. UA was fine. They did that very well. Digi, well, at least from what my time, from my 2 hours in line waiting to just have my 5-second sign-up happen for Digi, which I'm not throwing shade at the people working the booth. They were all working hard. To me, it looked like they were understaffed. It just looked like a plain understaffing issue, which immediately that comes from all the way up top. That's not their fault.
It can also be fixed,
Yes, absolutely. The people that were there were doing their best, but the fact that they had the TO that was running other events trying to launch stuff while also trying to do Digi signups didn't work. And then they tried to delegate to different things, but guess what? One person can't do 2 people's jobs. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't happen. And I felt bad for the one guy who was on the One Piece section, because they only had one person for One Piece side events, and that line was
always full.
And
From
boy,
the
do we
time that
know
we
them One
walked
Piece
in
players. They're like sharks.
to the time that we left. They were all there pretty much up until 4 p.m. I think they finally gave up, and we got in at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
At least general entry for side event stuff. That's it. My only real issue is that I think that they needed more staff. They needed to either better delegate where staff were located or have more staff for those signups so that it could be more smoothly run and get people in faster, because so many people, while some were faults of players showing up thinking that they could get in a half hour with lines while not already having their badges or not even being registered for the event, that's their fault. To be clear, that is your fault. If you did that and you thought you'd make it in, time management, my brother Bear, because holy moly. But otherwise, so many people were in line for an hour with me that were trying to play for an event that started a half hour before, they were there already, but the line just wasn't moving. So that's it. That's my side event tangent. I have another tangent later, but I'll let other people go. I talked too much.
One of the things that I was looking forward to was the possibility of the Gundam beta sign up. Just getting a look at the cards. I understand that there's only so much product that can be produced or guaranteed for that. But if you are a player and you wanted to go to Bandai Card Fest for that specifically, you either had to you know, get lucky enough to get into the signups, which filled up super fast, just like when
Pre-orders went up.
pre-orders went up, or you had to get, you know, lucky enough to be in that lottery, and that was kind of disappointing for one of the bigger features of it. Like,
Yeah, God bless those people who.
Yeah, featuring a new card game, and I get that, like, you don't want the beta kit to be used and set up, like, not to have like any demo stuff for it, for like general entry is
You don't want it to be too easily accessible. You want it to have a little bit of prestige to it because it has those card markings and stuff like that.
Yeah, God bless those people that flew there thinking they would just get in. Like, if that falls under your boat, I'm so sorry for you. Like, that was wrong.
I do think it's. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think my biggest thing was, at least from what I heard, was that because they had competitors come in an hour early, the general entry, which you worked hard to get to be ranked as a competitor there, as far, you know, so if you get in early, I think that makes sense. I just think that it sucks that the Gundam booth was letting people get into that early sign up, because apparently there were open signups, but from what I heard, I don't know if this is true, from what I heard, some competitors dropped from their events to sign up for the Gundam trial event because during the open sign up. So they basically went in there at 9 a.m. when the doors opened for competitors and just went straight there. And then they just dropped from their main event. And they were just like, well, I'm just here, just do Gundam stuff now. I don't care about main event anymore. Which, like, you earned your right to get in there early. I get it. It just sucks that the open entry thing was just like completely open, even to compare like that early like that. I wish it was more fair game for everybody coming, because no one earned anything for Gundam, I guess is the better way to put it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I wonder if that was a communication issue. Because I know there were also some people who were trying to get like an extra head start on the scavenger event, and there were some people trying to lock down on that too, because it's like, wait, everybody should start at the same time. Granted, like, these promos aren't like super high in demand, but there is still a limited stock, right?
Yeah.
You know, and they still go for, you know, it's still an exclusive product. You know, I think they were trying to do their best, like, after they realized that people were starting to, like, you know, get a head start on that, they did try to shut that down. So I do wonder if that was a communication issue where I think, I don't know, maybe it just should have been better communicated. Like, even what Arby was saying too, right? Like, signups and stuff should have been better communicated. Accessibility should be better communicated. Another thing I'm wondering too would be, like, it is tough because I feel like if they did bring extra product, it would have been a situation where we've seen it before, right? Where, like, people take advantage of that accessibility and go ahead and try to buy multiple, you know, beta kits and go ahead and flip them. Yeah.
Here's the thing about the beta kits, which is a great thing that they did at the event. You had to open it there.
Yeah.
You could not leave without opening it.
There were some people who were trying to try and like grab their
beta
kit.
They were,
I can't stay, I have to go, and the staff were like, no, if you want this kit, you have to stay here and open it.
You could not do the event unless you opened your beta kit, which was great. I think if they did it, if they had anything extra left, keep doing that.
Because I think that's what happened in Utrecht, was that people were able to just get the beta kit and leave, or were able to buy it. And
which I don't
people
think
getting multiple beta kits.
Yeah, on that though, I mean, Risu told us some people, because the last 4 slots on Sunday were done entirely through lottery, so you sign up and then if your name gets pulled, that's on you, good on you. But a lot of people, or at least a handful of people, they would apply for multiple and then get in both, and Bandai had no way of controlling that. So some people did end up walking away with 2 beta kits that day, and it's rough considering a lot of people didn't get any. So
yeah, that's true.
But I mean, well, we've got more Gundam stuff in the works, right? I think there's signups going live, if I'm not mistaken, like the 16th, right? For a lot of our like store beta events that are going out. So be on the lookout for that. I know our crew is pretty interested in the Gundam TCG. We're not gonna make any like formal commitments here just yet, but we are gonna, you know, at least try to get a little involved into it. We'll dabble into it. If it starts to become a thing, we'll definitely keep you guys updated. But whatever updates that we have, we'll try to share it to you guys so that you all are also kept in the loop, because I mean, it is an exciting game. It is something that Bandai is definitely pushing for, And if it's something that we can help you guys get into, we would love to do that as well.
Yeah.
So we'll try and
I think all of us
try and pitch in.
are pretty interested. Not well.
Yeah.
I know at least myself, Rio, and TJ we're all pretty big fans of Gundam.
Just saying, Bandai. If you side some stuff my way, I'll wrap my car in a Bandai Gundam wrap. Just saying. We'll make it happen.
Some other stuff too. For the main stage, and I think we hung out with Ludion a lot because he's just a cool guy.
Yeah.
But I think he was saying we agree with this too. It would have been cool if they had separate monitors on the main stage for each of the card games, like showing off their games. Like obviously you'll have like your like main stage like event, like where you bring people on there to play and do something. But it would have been cool if we had like consistent like cameras for like a top table.
Yeah.
Like to just like chill and watch that everybody like had something they could sit there and watch for instead of like rotating.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But I guess at the same time that also would make it maybe hard for seating.
It's a lot to focus on, but at the same time, it's like the seating area in front of the stage is almost never full. So they could have definitely, even if they wanted to, they could like block off it into thirds and then show like three different games at one time if they wanted to. But
that wasn't nice that there was ample space and seating for everyone. There were a lot of people there.
That's definitely something to think about, and I feel like that's a good suggestion to bring up because they did have, at least in each of the tournament sections, there was a camera like way up in the rafters to either stream to the main stage or to record for B-roll or whatever promotional videos they want to do. So having like a direct feed to each of the games, even if it's like a small just like viewing section for while it's during Swiss, I feel like that is a great suggestion to do.
Yeah, I think it would have been cool because that way, like you finished getting your pictures, maybe you did your shopping, you still want to hang out in the main event hall, but there's really nothing for you to do because you're not interested in side events. Oh, I'll go sit at the main stage and I'll just watch some random games being played at the Swiss rounds from the main event and just chill and watch.
Yeah, plus no one wants to stand around all day, so people are gonna sit down. Just give them something to entertain themselves with.
If you ever want us to commentate that, Bandai.
I'm trying my hardest, man.
It's been overall. I think the positives outweigh the negatives for sure.
100%.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I had one more complaint.
Oh no, go for it.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
mind. All right, this might be the break the balance, Rio.
Yeah.
Again, it's not necessarily Bandai's fault in the end of the day because a lot is going on, but whatever you guys advertise for prizing, please make sure you stick to it.
In the app specifically, because it was going in the app.
It was something that happened to us, and it bothered me legitimately the entire trip since it happened. First of all, as we said, we did win our 3v3. We played amazing people. It was super fun.
Hello, we won the 3v3 event. We went crazy. We were insane. We'll start with you. Go ahead. Do yours first. Do yours first. I think it's the same things. I don't think it's anything crazy. So.
Hi, welcome to security check. So Gabo and all.
Oh, it is right first. That Gabo is actually really nice.
Oh, so cute.
I mean, it has the analog, dude. The champion. Oh, the analog. Yeah, you're right. See the pretty art? Yeah. Manze and Agu. Nice. You want to go next, Harvey?
Yeah, sure. What do we got?
And it's just the Koro in here, right? Oh, no, there's other cards.
No, there's other cards, I think.
It should be that, the Death Slinger.
There you go, Solugar. There you go. There you go, Fenry boy. That looks beautiful.
And the Manze? That's so good.
Yeah.
Oops, I opened this one.
That's fine. Yeah, you got the Koro and then those ones, that's fine. Yeah, so that's what you get for participating. You got the regional, or the Ultra Cup Koro, the Yaman, and then the Death Slinger, which is nice. Analog and Nume. Nice. Analog's good.
Anthony's looking for the Numes.
Is he? Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, shit.
Right here, hold the phone. Good money.
All right, team captain.
Daddy needs a new car. Let's go.
Nice.
Okay,
Right,
that's
boys.
big.
Okay.
We all got a head along.
We all got analogs. Nice. Oh, Hellugar. There you go.
Yo.
And Gabu.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Yep. We did it.
But
Everyone that we met was super cool.
I understand capping your prizes behind a certain amount of players, but it shouldn't be capped behind a certain condition. Like, we didn't technically get our first place prize, and we fought 5 rounds for it. So the condition for this prize was being undefeated by the end of the tournament.
It's not just that. It means that nobody in that tournament got the first place prize.
Yeah, and technically we were undefeated by round 3. Our pod was nine teams. We went into round 4 undefeated. They wanted to play the full thing, which is something Bandai does, which is fine. But afterwards, we played 2 more rounds. We ended up being X1, and we didn't get our prizing. We just got two of the championship promo packs each, our participation promos, and they called it a day. The following day, we heard rumors that, like, oh, if you played in the side event and you won, you're supposed to get the promo pack with 6 cards that are textured. It was like the Fenrir Luga, all really cool cards. So we went back up to the stage. Oh, sorry, not the stage. The registration area. We talked to one of the judges there, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, you had to be undefeated." And we're like, "Where does it say that?" It just says to win. And they're like, "Oh, it was just a rule." And I was like, "Okay, but we're also supposed to get more prizing. We're supposed to get like 4 each for winning." And they're like, "Well, since your pod is only 9 people, we can't give you that proper prizing. We're sorry." And we're like, "Okay, that sucks to hear."
Because of factors that were out of our control, and because we didn't win hard enough, we got kind of. I mean, everybody got drafted really, because no one could have earned it at that point, which is just silly.
And as soon as we lost, there was no chance at anybody getting that prizing in our pod, which is unfortunate.
And we were the only undefeateds in round 3 too, or after round 3, going into round 4, which was the other thing too. Which I mean, like, I know Bandai wants to do this forced round things to, like, I guess level it out. I don't know. I still don't really understand the entirety of why. I've had it explained to me multiple ways, and every time I'm just like, yeah, but why?
Yeah. I mean, it happens. They did say, like, you have to win X amount of wins in.
Yeah.
I believe the Play TCG website, but the app itself was wrong, which is.
It's weird. It's
one of those things where, like, communicate it clearly everywhere. Like, have the same language everywhere. Because it's really confusing.
Yeah. So that was just a bit of a bummer, but
yeah, it was great. Yeah, playing all those people and to everyone that we saw, and we had a thing where we were having people sign our old playmat. That was awesome. To everyone that gave us a signature. Yes. It was just really cool meeting you.
Yeah, shout out to you for that. Shout out to everyone we played. Everyone was amazing. Everyone was kind. We always had a good time, no matter what the round was, no matter what the result was. We had a good time playing against you guys. So thank you as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's my only real complaint about the event is that. So.
But no, I mean, I think we could probably wrap it up here. I think a lot of what else we would have to say probably just ends up kind of circling back towards each other. So we can wrap it up. But I think biggest takeaway for me was just from like a con or event or like a card fest standpoint, I think they've done a really great job just evolving it. I know, like Jarrell and everybody else has mentioned, right? Like, there have been some hiccups along the way, not just at this particular event, but like in previous events. But it is very nice to see that Bandai, as an organization and as a team, including Play TCG, who's their biggest one that they partner with here in NA, have learned from some of these hiccups and have improved upon it. And I'm excited to see what they do in following years. We're going into a season now with 2 nationals, which is going to be interesting to see how they handle that and how that plays out. And I'm thinking it's only going to get better. You know, this is very encouraging, at least from my perspective, in terms of not just from a card game player's experience, but just someone who enjoys the game and wants to see the community grow, because it's also was really cool for us to see our community, right? Like, shout out to everybody once again who came up and talked to us, said some kind words about our content and kind of showed their support. I mean, shout out to Digipanda, Risu, Avald, Curiosity, Antics. Like, the list could go on, right? Where it's like, everybody, Dan Bang, love our content.
The homie Dan Bang.
Who came up to us and was like, it was so nice to meet you guys. And then it was like,
we're like,
what's your name? Dan. And he just tried to leave. He tried to, like, skedaddle away.
Who was it that called? Was it Tyler that said? Was it Gypsy Tyler's like that's Dan Vang? Who said it? Someone.
No, that's me.
Ben
That was
said
me.
it.
That's it,
Oh,
yeah.
oh shoot!
Ben-
I'm sorry.
Here's
Yeah,
my
Ben,
best
We're like, oh, nice to meet you. What's your name? He's like, Dan. He tried to walk away. Ben's like, no, that's Dan Vang. We're like, what? We're fans like you. What the heck?
get back here.
But speaking of GFG, like GFG Tyler got top 10, Donkey Nog or Momin, our boy got top 2. You know, like it was just a great time meeting everybody. It was super humbling, like I said earlier, just to hear those kind words and kind of see the impact that we've had on the game. I don't love to toot our horn too much, but I do feel like it's crazy to see like how far impact has gotten, and we hope to continue doing that, you know, as the year goes on, right? 2025 just started. We've got a lot of plans for you guys. I'm super excited for what we have on the table. I'm proud of you boys for getting us here, and I'm super excited to keep going on this journey together. I think it's going to be one hell of a ride.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's no one else I would rather do it with than you guys.
Yeah.
So.
To the people that say like, you know, we're
say
part
back.
of like your daily routine.
Please.
Yeah. It's honestly heartwarming. Thank you so much.
This is still hurtful.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, someone said something to us that like honestly sticks to my mind till right now, and it's amazing. The fact that they said that, oh yeah, my friend was getting into Digimon, and when they was trying to learn how to play, I instantly directed them to your guys' videos. That's amazing. Thank you so much, and shout out to whoever you are. We didn't get your name, but thank you.
Yeah.
Reminds me, I think it's time to make an updated how to play guide.
We should.
There you go.
So my friend was running. This is kind of like a side tangent. My friend was running demo staff, or not running, but he was part of the demo staff, teaching people how to play Digimon, and so he was trying to learn the game himself. And the game has not. I don't think anyone's made an updated how to play guide since like BT 8 or 9.
Yeah, the game has evolved.
So, because I don't think there's anything talking about like Ace. Ace is like probably one of the biggest mechanics that we've gotten since the early days.
A lot of new
So
keywords,
maybe that's
too.
something we should put on our plate.
Partition was a mistake.
No, but like just like updated keywords and stuff. I remember seeing a Facebook post like a while ago where I think it was a dude making shorts like every day, like going over a keyword. But like I think just an updated how to play guide in general is probably something we could toss on there and just start throwing ideas.
Yeah, I know. I've been playing since before set 0 for Digimon, and when I started playing, I convinced my friends to play because I was like, oh, it's a simple game, and that is no longer the case. Like it's not. It's by no means like Magic or anything crazy deep or like Yu-Gi-Oh, but it is not what it used to be, and you know.
I mean, I think there's still
definitely
a lot of intricacies in the game.
Yeah, games come a long way. On top of this idea too, right? Like if you guys have anything you want to see in this upcoming year, definitely let us know. We're definitely looking to just get out more stuff that you all want to see, stuff that helps you out, get involved in the game, involved in our community, and also just help spread the love of the game, right? I mean, the game is in a really good spot, I feel like personally, and we just want to keep spreading that, you know, with everybody else who wants to get into it as well. So let us know. Thank you all for tuning in as always. We appreciate all the support. Hopefully you enjoy this along with some of the other stuff that we'll have rolling out from Nats. And hopefully we see you at the next event. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Nah. Cause say what you will. Me personally, I think Mirage is fine. I don't think it needs to get hit.
Don't give me hope like that. I'm like thinking about like Hawkeye right now. It's like, don't do that. Don't give me hope.
Okay, already got his nerf, bro. He charges lower.